Hey everybody, I just got a package in the mail. I believe it's my Cold Steel Recon 1. So I just want to do a little unboxing video. I see people do them on YouTube and I've never got the chance to do one, so I thought I'd do one. Anyway, let's just open it up here and see what it is. Got the Ontario recon1 to open the box. Now, believe it or not, I got this from Walmart.com. They did have cold steel knives on there. Let's see. Yep, there's the Cold Steel Recon 1. Let me see if I can get a little bit better angle here with the camera. I'm just using the computer box as my backdrop there. I'm going to compare the size to the Ontario recon1, just because I want to know how close it is to it. But it's got their generic box that all their cold steel knives come in. Don't really like the box, but for the price of the knife, I'm not going to complain. But a lot of other companies have a lot nicer boxes, and I keep the nice boxes, but these I don't really worry about keeping. And let's open it up here and see if it's as big as I expected it to be. I expect it to be about the size of this Ontario recon1, maybe a little bigger, maybe a little smaller, but definitely fatter. Yeah, that's about the size I expected it to be. There's the other pocket clip for if you're going to carry it like a lefty on your other pocket, because they're shaped to the handle of the knife. As you can see how it curves, it kind of curves with the knife. Oh man, this G10 is like sandpaper. I see what everybody calls this grippy for. Man, I thought this FRN on this right here was, you know, pretty smooth and everything like that, but I thought the Spyderco jimping compared to this was really tractiony. But man, this G10 is, this is some really grippy stuff. I can't believe that. I see why people says it tears up your pants now. I like that though. I'd rather have that. Well, that opens easier than people says it does. Yeah, that's about the perfect size to me. Man, this feels really good in the hand. I need a little bit more light here, really, but we'll try to get by with this. Let me see, I probably have a little flashlight over here someplace. There we go. I'm using the 4.7's Pre-On 2 in a little headlamp setting. Now we can seal it better. It's got that black finish on the blade. I like it, even though everybody says it wears down really fast. People also said this coating wears down really fast, but I've used this knife now for a year and opened canned food with it, and that's the only thing that scratched it is this. I know you're not supposed to open canned food with a knife, but it's all I had, and I was out fishing, and this is my user knife. So, man, I'm really surprised about how light this knife is, too. Seems very light for its size. I think it weighs around 5 ounces, but it feels lighter than that for some reason. It actually feels heavier than the recon1. It might be. But in the recon1, I have skeletonized liners in there. Nothing fancy done that on YouTube, so I thought I'd give it a try. It is some really hard stuff to drill through. As you can tell in these are just solid G10 liners. And of course it has the triad lock. There's no play at all out of the box. Let's see. Gotta compress that lock pretty far. Opens really fast. Don't believe I'm gonna have to get used to opening it or anything. It feels like it opens fairly easy. I am gonna have to get used to how far down to press that lock. I know a lot of them you can press it down and the knife blade will just fall down, but this one doesn't seem like it's going to. Here's an up close look of it. I don't know why Cold Steel done that fake jimping on there, because it really doesn't do anything at all. I mean, it would if you had your hand off to the side like this, but you know, you don't hold your knife like that. Man, this is a pretty good knife for the money, I believe. I believe I paid. Let me see. Hang on just 1 second, and I'll open this up here and tell you what all I paid for it. Okay, the knife itself was $62. You can see there, $62.99 for the knife, and then shipping and handling was $3. Sales tax was $4, so it came out to be $70 total, which is a bit much, but it's the cheapest I could find on the internet, so I figured it'd be worth it. But I'm just going to leave this pocket clip on there. The triad lock is on there, like I mentioned. They put the triad lock on there because it takes the pressure, I guess you could say, off the lock back. Because on lock back knives, the only thing keeping the blade from falling back is the lock itself. But you can tell there's a stop pin. You can probably tell more if I do this. There's that stop pin right there. So now all the pressure of the blade is on that pin, and all the pressure of the lock is on that pin, and all the pressure going onto the handle would be on that pin. So that's why it's called the triad lock, because tri means three, and that's taking pressure off three main places. So you all have seen the knife now. I'm sure you've seen it on other videos. But let's see if it'll shave more in here, if I have any left here. Yep, shaves it right off. You can see there. So, sharp knife. I'm pretty sure I can keep it this sharp just by stropping it on some leather. I don't know if you've ever tried leather stropping, but it works. I've heard there's some ways you can open this by taking it and flicking it down. I'd much rather just open it with a thumb stud. Opens very fast. Let's see. Here's the Rat 1. Let's compare the two. So you can see there it is about an inch bigger than the Rat 1. The blade length on it's basically looks to be like the blade length is a little bit longer on it. Looks like it's maybe ½ inch, quarter inch, something around there. I'm not going to measure or anything. How's blade centering? We'll check that too. Blade centering seems to be dead on perfect. Let's see how it rides in the pocket here. Give me just 1 second. Let me empty my pocket because I got a bunch of stuff in it. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's my pocket, just regular blue jean pants. Here's the Cold Steel Recon 1. Man, I gotta get used to that lock. It's deep. Man, this G10 is some tough stuff. That feels really good in the pocket. Actually, you can't really feel it at all. I don't feel the weight of it or anything. Of course, I have a belt on, so that probably takes some of the weight off. But it stays in there really good. I bet it's hard to get out. But of course, that'll wear down some and also tear down my pants a lot. But let's see. Here's the way the Rat 1 rides in it. And I got the Rat 1 for tip up. Then here's the Recon 1. So it actually does ride lower. Here, we'll do this. It does ride lower than the Rat 1, and I thought the Rat 1 ran pretty low. This one rides. I mean, I really like the way this sits in the pocket. I'm not too crazy about the pocket clips. I've never used one, but I've seen them before, and I've put them in my pocket, but I never owned one myself. The pocket clips like SOG has that comes off the top, how they sit down in your pocket like that, I think it's kind of annoying. I put one in my pocket before. I didn't really like it. I mean, you can still grab the pocket clip. That's not my problem. It just feels bigger in my pocket because it sits it down further. But I like the way this sits in the pocket really well. I'll turn back over here. Here's the last look at the knife. In its closed position, it's not much different than the Rat 1. I didn't get it open there because I'm doing this from a really odd angle. The camera's sitting in front of me, so I'm trying to look through the screen. But there they are, compared to each other. I think them just two knives, it's kind of comparable. Not for price, but more for size. So that's why I chose this one to compare it with. And this is my EDC knife, and it has been for a long time. But this one's going to be my new EDC knife now. Supposedly this lock is supposed to be a lock that you can take and beat up and everything, and don't have to worry about it or anything like that. So we'll see as time goes on, and pretty soon I'll probably do a little review of it. I got some other videos I've been meaning to put up. I just haven't had time to edit them yet. But I'll do some food prep and EDC chores with it to show you all how the edge holds up on it. It is All-State steel, by the way. So there's what all comes in the package.